do you think? When President Trump tweets attacks on private citizens, some celebrities, are they just tweets or can they pose an actual threat to one's safety? And here's why I'm asking this. It's no secret Trump is not a fan of comedians making fun of him on Saturday Night Live. And after just a few hours actually after this weekend show, he tweeted this: "Nothing funny about tired Saturday Night Live on fake news NBC. Question is, how did the networks get away with these total Republican hit jobs without retribution? Likewise for many other shows, very unfair and should be looked into. This is the real collusion." Okay. Of course.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just jump in real quick?
Yes.
So there's
permission granted.
Thank you, Brooke. I appreciate it. Okay.
I felt that too. I felt it.
Jump in whenever you want.
Okay. So number one, this is the real collusion. What are you talking about?
Right.
Whether you colluded with the Russians has nothing to do with whether SNL did a skit mocking you. Are you insane? So different people have done skits mocking Bernie Sanders. And some are funny and some I find annoying, whatever. It's like Samantha did one that I love her overall, but I didn't like that skit. And that's fine, and you could say, hey, you're being touchy because it's your guy. Okay, fair enough. Do I think she colluded with the Russians to do that skit?
Right.
What collusion, what do you mean? What are you talking? Okay, say no, it's not the Russians. So I guess he thinks the media is colluding together. So George Stephanopoulos from ABC and Brian Stelter from CNN got together with Saturday Night Live and they're like, okay, what skit should we write? Okay, no, you're insane, you're insane. But okay, that's the least troubling part of that tweet. I mean, because that was packed with a bunch of doozies.
Right.
The most troubling part is, should be looked into. Looked into by who? You're the president of the United States of America. Are you saying the government should look into whether comedians are making fun of you? And then to say,
it's unfair?
It's so unfair to me. Right. Stop being such a child, for Christ's sake. Oh, Mommy, Daddy, it's so unfair what SNL did to me. They should have done way worse. And then actually, I think that the last part might be even worse. Retribution. Like they get to do this without retribution. Are you asking somebody to do something to them? Because that's what retribution means. So that is super dangerous. Okay, Aida, what do you think? I mean, you're a comedian who makes fun of Donald Trump.
You know what? I don't give Donald Trump the time of day because I think he gets entirely too much attention. And I will say, I do think that a lot of people have gotten really focused on Donald Trump, that they don't make fun of everybody else, and I don't think that's cool because I think your job as a comedian is to make fun of everybody, even though he gives us material on the daily. I don't want to dignify what he's saying. What I want to know is why does he have time to watch SNL? And how does he have time to keep up with all these sketches that I know he's watching? He has things to do. He has things to do. And he is tweeting, watching sketch shows. In the meantime, we perish. What the hell?
Right.
Like, he's annoying.
You guys want to hear what Alec Baldwin had to say? Because Alec Baldwin often, he impersonates the president on SNL. And he tweeted this after the president's collusion accusation. He tweeted, "I wonder if a sitting president exhorting his followers that my role in a TV comedy qualifies me as an enemy of the people, constitutes a threat to my safety and that of my family." And I think that's a good point. Even Chrissy Teigen tries to monitor how often she throws people who make fun of her, say mean things to her, to the wolves. And the worst you can get is people tweeting you mean things from that. And she feels like she has a responsibility to not get the vultures to attack you. And so when the president has had followers do heinous things,
But the fact that he's addressing his followers because they have a reputation for, doing horrible things. The fact that he has to address his followers, that he says that he is, enticing his followers. What does that say about his followers? There's a stigma there.
Yeah, and look, Alec Baldwin is absolutely right to be concerned. And I wrote an article about this on tyt.com. It's called Stochastic Terror, where a figure, it doesn't have to be right wing. Unfortunately, in this country, it has almost exclusively been right wing, says, hey, there's this guy who is an enemy of the people, who deserves retribution, who you should do something about. Are you just gonna let him get away with it? Or just generally groups calls, if not an individual, a group of people, animals, infestation, etc. And then sits back and waits for someone to commit acts of terror against them. And then because he's now triggered a certain percentage of his followers who are mentally unstable and heavily weaponized. And then they go and act upon his request. And then he gets to wash his hands and go, I didn't tell you to kill Alec Baldwin. I didn't tell you to attack him. I didn't tell you to send pipe bombs to him. Oh, you did you? I guess that was the retribution, lucky break for me. Now, he's not gonna say lucky break, but even if he does not intend it, he should be incredibly careful with those kinds of words when you're president of the United States and you have this giant following, including people that have demonstrated that they are already unstable. So should you be concerned if you're a critic of the president and he asks for retribution? I mean, look at the guy who did the pipe bombs.
Right.
He sent it to all the people who he thought was the president's enemies. Now, one of our hosts got a vicious, violent tweet from him. And luckily, he did not send a pipe bomb to that person. But should we be concerned? Apparently, yes, we should have been concerned.
Yeah. He does it all the time. He did it to Jamel Hill. He did it to Nordstrom because of his daughters. He misuses his power constantly. I don't understand how people still within their rational minds could support this. Right. It's just ridiculous. Look at it. Look, we should just call it America. What did he do today? Because that's where we are right now. It's infuriating. It's exhausting.
It is, and it should look. This should have been a fun little story, right? It's like, hey, SNL makes fun of the president. They make fun of every president. It's kind of their job. They're in the making fun business.
Yep. And when you say things that are so ridiculous that they don't even have to write actual jokes, they can just repeat your words. I still lay up. I mean, that's on you, Trump. I mean,
and instead of like, even if you were going to be a poor sport about it, and go, hey, you know what? I didn't like that joke. I get I'm supposed to like it, and I guess I get that I'm not supposed to be bothered by it, but damn it bothered me a little bit. Well, that makes you human, and that's okay. But instead going, where's the retribution for these people? You know, and it's talking about maybe we should do something about it. Well, what are you gonna do? Attack the freedom of the press? And the answer is yes, because he doesn't believe in our system of government. Never has, never will. The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.